This is the Waterdrop G3P600 reverse osmosis system, and I've been using it at home for 3 months. It's a tankless undersink RO unit with a smart LED faucet, rated at 600 GPD with a claimed 2:1 pure-to-drain ratio. From my experience, it nails water taste and speed, and it looks clean and modern under the sink. It also comes with some quirks that matter in daily life, so I'll keep it real and go straight to what you actually notice living with it. Setup was mostly straightforward. I did it myself with basic tools, plus a drill bit to add a faucet hole because I didn't have a spare one. The main unit is about 18.12 inches long, 5.67 inches wide, and 17.72 inches tall, so measure your cabinet first. It needs an outlet under the sink because it's powered. The kit had the hoses and a feed adapter for 3/8 or half plumbing. Once mounted, I followed the manual, flushed it for about 30 minutes, and checked for leaks. The twist-in filters are simple. Turn to remove, turn to lock. No tools. I did get a brief error the day after installation because I hadn't seated a tube fully. Pushing it back in until it clicked fixed it on the spot. Key features that stood out to me are the smart faucet with real-time TDS, total dissolved solids, and filter life readouts, the fast flow, and the space-saving tankless design. TDS is a basic measure of dissolved minerals and other solids in water. Lower usually means cleaner. My city water starts around 220 ppm, and this system usually dispenses 10 to 12 ppm in after the first couple of seconds. If you see it start around 30 to 40 ppm and quickly drop, that's normal RO behavior called TDS creep. Stagnant water in the membrane can pick up dissolved solids while idle, and it clears once water starts moving. I like being able to see this on the faucet without guessing. Water taste is excellent, crisp, and free of chlorine smell. Coffee and tea are noticeably cleaner. Ice cubes are clearer. In my opinion, taste is where this system shines. Flow is also fast. It fills an 8/0 cup in roughly 8 seconds as advertised, which lines up with the 0.42 GPM spec. That's a huge quality of life upgrade compared to older tank systems that slow down as the tank empties. Cooking, refilling bottles, and rinsing produce feel more convenient. Now, about the 2:1 pure-to-drain claim. I care about this because we pay for water, and I don't love wasting it. The system does a short flush after each use, and also runs periodic flush cycles to protect the membrane. Those flushes matter. Over a week, I measured filtered water versus wastewater using a small meter and some timed collections at the drain saddle. My real ratio averaged about 1 to 2.6, roughly 1 part filtered to 2.5 parts drain, because those autonomous flushes add up. If you only look at the water while the faucet is running, it seems close to 2/1, but in a full day with idle flushes included, it's not that efficient. If you're in an area with expensive water or you're trying to conserve, this is something to think about. Noise is present. When you open the faucet, the pump hums. I'd compare it to a quiet dishwasher or a louder fridge compressor. It's not awful, but you will hear it from the kitchen. The flush cycles also make a whooshing sound into the drain, sometimes at random times, which can catch you off guard at night. I put a thin foam pad under the unit to cut vibration, and that helped a bit. Style and space are big positives. Without a tank, I got back a chunk of cabinet space. The main unit looks like an appliance instead of plumbing, and the faucet has a modern vibe without being flashy. No complaints there. On certifications, the unit is certified for NSF ANSI 58 for TDS reduction and 372 for lead-free materials, and it's tested against NSF 42 for chlorine, taste, and odor. That gave me some confidence up front. I'm on city water, not a well. The manual warns that most RO systems don't recommend well because sediment can clog filters quickly, so keep that in mind if your source isn't treated. Maintenance so far is low effort. After 3 months, my faucet shows the CF filter around 60 to 70% remaining, the CB filter around 80 to 90%, and the RO membrane in the 90s. Your numbers will vary by water quality and usage, but the on-screen reminders make it easy. Budget for replacements roughly at 6 months, 12 months CB, and 24 months RO under typical use. The twist and lock design really does take seconds. I haven't had a leak from the main housing. I did see a small drip once after a filter swap, which turned out to be an O-ring not fully seated. Removing the filter, wiping the O-ring, and reinstalling fixed it. I did reach out to support once via chat for clarity on a faucet reading, and the response was polite but generic. I ended up solving it with the manual. Not a deal breaker for me, but I wouldn't depend on support for anything advanced. A quick note on taste. Because RO removes minerals like calcium and magnesium, the water can taste very pure. I love it, but some folks prefer a touch of minerals. The G3P600 doesn't include a remineralization stage. If you want that, you can add a post-filter or drops. From my experience, the best parts are great tasting water, fast flow that keeps up with family use, clean design, and the smart faucet that shows TDS and filter life without guessing. The trade-offs are more wastewater than the headline claim, if you count the automatic flushes, audible pump and drain sounds, and average support. In my opinion, the water quality and speed make it worth it if you value taste and convenience over water usage. It's perfect for anyone who wants premium tasting water on demand, has limited undersink space, and likes having a real-time readout of water quality. I'd recommend this for busy households that fill bottles and cook a lot, condo or apartment kitchens where space is tight, and anyone who's tired of slow tank systems. If water conservation is a top priority for you, or you're noise sensitive, or you rely on hand-holding from customer support, you may want to look at a traditional RO with a tank or a unit with a gentler flush routine. In conclusion, the Waterdrop G3P600 delivers where it counts for daily use. The water is clean and tastes fantastic. The flow is quick, and the maintenance is simple. The trade-offs are real. More wastewater than the marketing suggests and noticeable noise. But after living with it for 3 months, I still reach for this faucet with a smile because it makes my water taste the way I always wanted. If this video helped, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with your questions or your own experience with tankless RO systems. Thank you for watching.